What's good? What's good? What's good? Your boy Savage, aka Sev Cisneros. You tune in the Sevlokes Hood Tales 2.0. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell. Let's get to the politic. Big shout out to everybody showing the channel love. Appreciate the love and support. Thank you for the interactions. My high salute to all the riders out there, man. Excuse the look. I just got off of work and I'm headed to the gym. Before I start this video, let me make this clear though. I am not promoting the gang life or gang culture. I'm just telling a testimony, giving some life experiences, shining the light on the Denver Metro. Let me repeat that. I am not promoting gang life or gang culture. I'm just telling a testimony. I had to make that clear because I still be getting people that think that I gangbang or something, man. Somebody will always say some crazy stuff, you know? So I have to make that clear to some people that are slow out there. So let's get to this video. And in this video, it's a requested video from the homie Go Yee 96. I hope I didn't slander the name, bro. I apologize if I did. Thank you for actually requesting a video and interacting with the channel, man. My high salute. And you wanted to know, how did Chicanos and Mexicanos become Crips and Bloods, and how did they become so deep in Colorado? And it's not a secret, you know, anybody that knows anything about Denver, Colorado and the politics, there's Crips and Bloods, Mexicanos and Chicano descent, you know, that go hard in the front line for them organizations and politic from the streets to the yard. And a lot of people are going to be like, that's a disgrace, homie. That's a disgrace, fool. How's a Mexicano going to be Crips and Bloods? Well, first and foremost, let me put it like this. In the Denver Metro especially, there was never no big presence of, you know what I'm saying, essays of any sort. You know, the Denver Metro always had its swag in a different sense, you know. So people are magnetic to what their neighborhoods are. Like if you grew up and you're born and raised in a neighborhood, most likely you're gonna adapt to how everything is over there. And that's just that, bro. There was never, you know, big presence of just, you know, essays. Every single Mexicano or Chicano that I know had their own swag, that rider swag, bro. Not, you know what I'm saying, Sudanos and Norte and all that, bro. Like that came later down the road for sure. There's essays out here now, but for the most part, when I was growing up, you didn't see that. That wasn't something that we actually were around, you know. The east side especially, you didn't see essays at all. That was something that was in movies, bro. You know, the neighborhood was embedded with different kind of politics, you know. And, you know, it was all, in my opinion, 100%. If you're from a neighborhood, right, and you politic with a neighborhood for so long, and then you go try to be something that you're not. So if you're from East Denver, homie, and then you go on the yard and you start acting like an essay, or, you know what I'm saying, you're from this neighborhood, this organization, because people tell you you have to, you really ain't thorough to yourself. You're trying to be something now that, you know, you never was. You ain't thorough. You ain't a thoroughbred. You fake. You a fraud. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel. So let's get down to it, man. Let me answer this question. How did it become such a big thing out here in Colorado? Because Colorado has it everywhere, from Pueblo all the way back to the Denver Metro. Like, you gonna find people, you know, that are of the Mexicano descent and Chicanos that bang Crips and Bloods. Pueblo, all the lokes out there, and I'm hearing there's some Bloods out there now that are Mexicano and Chicano. In Denver, a big portion of Chicano Bloods, you know what I'm saying, and more deeper than Chicano Crips for sure, you know. So let's break this down, homie. On the west side of Denver, you know what I'm saying, you have two big organizations, the Bloods and the G's. That's the biggest organizations that are over there, bro. And the Bloods hit, pretty much in the 90s in the West Side. And I'm going to say like this, from my view, and just, you know what I'm saying, an outsider looking in on that aspect, Boom and Bang really brought the Blood wave to the West Side. And I know there's other West Side Blood hoods, but CMGs were the first and the deepest out there. So they're the ones that actually paved the way for the Bloods. And yes, you have LGBs and KCBs and, 16 blocks and, you know what I'm saying, sick-minded Bloods and different fools that started banging, you know what I'm saying, the Blood car after CMGs already had established the Bloods over there. And CMGs, Boom and Bang, they actually, they had linked with Park Hill Food CMGs. So they were kind of stamped by the hillside, and Boom and Bang just went over there, and that's kind of the wave of the Bloods to be 100%. After they came over there, bro, the West Side turned Blood. You know what I'm saying? And the other neighborhoods, they kind of just formed, Blood off their own accordance, from their blocks, and the Blood wave was over there. So fools are like, I'm not from CMG, but I'm gonna bang, this is 16 block Bloods, by the 16th Perry Street, their block, but the original Bloods that really went over there, you know what I'm saying, was Boom and Bang. They started that big wave over there, bro, and they had for 100%, just from being from the other side, they were fools that got active. They have a big name, and they were known to get active. Can't take away from that. I know they got caught up for some different stuff, but when it came to the streets and politicking, they set the tone of what the West Side Don Moves, you know what I'm saying, 100% should have been on, when it came to getting active on their opposition. Now, I always say this, having the numbers, because there's a lot of, West Side Bloods, and they've joined because of the number game. Not all of them fools are solid, and there's a lot of them fools that they just joined the wave of, Don Moves, because the wave hit, the United States, and it flooded, definitely. And that's how they got deep. Once Boom and Bang took it to the West Side and the CMGs, there was different forms of the CMGs, it spread like a wildfire over there, bro. And, you're either going to be, for the most part, GKIs, Gallionites, Insane, or you're going to be Bloods in the West Side. And, everybody's brothers that have somebody that's a Blood, they usually, you know what I'm saying, they start messing with them fools because that's their families, and it spread like a wildfire. So that's kind of in the Denver metro, so Park Hill stamped them fools. They actually mess with Park Hill fools. Boom and Bang are, originally from the East Side, but they took their politics to the West Side. And after they took it, bro, you've seen a fluctuation of Bloods, you know what I'm saying? And they spread all throughout the West Side. And like I said, they're probably more deeper than Chicano Crips and Mexicano Crips. So that's that. The Crip aspect, most of the Chicano Crips that have a neighborhood, they were pretty much like the Chicky 30s. They were pretty much East Side babies. And in the East Side, it was just nothing but Crips. Like when I grew up, nothing but Crips. Oldies have their blocks, but majority of the East Side was Crips. So, it was just, you come out the house and you see Crips in the hood. You go to the parks, you see Crips in the hood. You go to the Downing station on 30th Avenue, 30th and Downing, you see Crips at the Downing station 20, 30 thick. You know what I'm saying? So being over there, of course, you are going to magnetic to the neighborhood. And if you got generational in that area and, you somebody and you got some kind of heart, you probably going to, you know what I'm saying, join with what's in the neighborhood, because that becomes the aspect of your family. So that's kind of the aspect of the Chicano Crips and Mexicano Crips, is because majority of like the Mexicano and Chicano Crips, they were brought they were East Side babies that were surrounded by Crippin'. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, when Crippin' hit Denver, Colorado, it went straight to the East Side. I mean, and there was already fools that were pushing lines in the East Side, but Crippin' really spread in the East Side, and everybody that was East Side at that time was, they felt that Crip wave. They felt that Crip machine over there. And, you know, and that's how kind of the aspect of, you know, Chicano, Mexicano, Crips basically started banging it, because you got to understand, like, certain blocks were 2 blocks away from certain neighborhoods, you know, and, you know, if you have family with these fools, you usually become what your family is, you know what I'm saying? Now, when you travel outside of the Denver metro, bro, you go to like Springs and Pueblo, I really don't know too much about their politics, and all I know is the KCPs, they were deep over there. The United Crips, they were deep over there. I don't know too many blood sets that were in Pueblo, but they used to beef with Sureños, because at one time there was no red in Pueblo. Now I'm hearing Norteños are over there and Sureños, but in Pueblo for like a very long time, it was just nothing but blue. Everything was blue over there. You had Crips and Sureños. Sureños are probably the bigger population, but the Crips were deep out there too. You know what I'm saying? You know, they did their thing, bro, and that's what it is. So it just spread like, you know, a wildfire across the whole Denver metro. And like I say to people, you say, you know, shit's fake or fraudulent or fraud. Like, you fools that are really banging for these organizations, you got to understand too, most of these fools that are banging this have to go extra hard, because it's already not the norm, and they're pushed in a corner because fools automatically are going to be like, you can't be a Mexicano and Chicano Crip. So fools go extra hard for what they believe in that aspect, you know, and you go tell them that they ain't real and see how that works out for you. You know what I'm saying? Mile high salute to the riders. You know what it is. Let's go.